Thanks to everyone who have subscribed. If you have not, please do. And thanks for coming out here. I really appreciate you. Hours after President Muhammadu Buhari reopened borders, see what people in Benin Republic started doing that got reaction. You know, the borders were closed 2019, and over a year now, it has been of serious, concern because price of goods that Nigerians normally import skyrocketed. Talking about price of rice, for instance, was so high to the extent that even the minimum wage cannot pay for a bag of rice. As soon as the borders were declared open, you need to see the reactions in Benin Republic. This is where President Muhammadu Buhari has given order that roads should be constructed too, as well as taking a refinery of Nigeria too. So there's been a massive reaction in Benin Republic over the announcement of the opening of the border. Let's get all the details of all that is going on. Hours after President Muhammadu Buhari reopened borders, see what people in Benin Republic started doing that got reaction. There is actually no gain saying in the face that Nigeria is an African giant, although we believe we are suffering in this country, but certain things, if you compare to the countries around us, neighboring countries, are clear that we are better off and really what they call the giants of Africa. Do you agree? It's just a question. Do you agree? So, hours after President Muhammadu Buhari, President of Nigeria, declared the borders opened, which has been unlocked since August 2019. This condition really affected the citizens of the country as many food item prices got so expensive. Why? Smugglers managed to get little into the country. Nigeria not only think the border closure affected them, not until the announcement of the lifting of the border that the border surfaced hours after the lock of the border was removed. The people of Benin Republic started jubilating, celebrating good news. Even Nigerians are not celebrating as much as such. Benin Republic, the celebration from Benin Republic has been ecstatic. It's been something else, I tell you sincerely. So much so that it has gotten a lot of reactions all over. If Benin Republic is going to be rejoicing this much, that's to tell you that they also have what we call their business, importing rice into Nigeria. That business has slowed down. Whether you like it or not, we are only talking about what has been happening in this country. Other people, like the Benin Republicans, have also gotten an adverse effect. Not those who are smuggling, not those who have been smuggling, whether there is a lockdown or no lockdown, but they've been rejoicing, So Benin Republic has been on a high, and the people are really rejoicing. Even Nigerians has like, what's that? What's going on? How can you tell me that borders have been open? So, some people looking at our reactions has been saying, so what if the borders are open? What do we have to do with that? It does not. Things are still the way they are. So that is what has happened. The closure of those border rather made some people very, very, very rich. Some people actually gained from the border being closed, while others were suffering. It has been the occurrence of what has happened. When they said the borders were closed, it was not closed to everybody. It was only close to some people, not to everybody. People like Dangote still had his goods both imported and exported, despite the fact that the borders were closed. So it only affects the common man on the street, the one who says we are suffering. Apart from that, my dear, other people are jubilating. Buhari announced yesterday that the borders can now open, and hours after the announcement, they have been rejoicing in Benin. But the truth of the matter is, even government officials has been gaining from this border closure. Whether you like it or not, some people has been immensely, they've made themselves really rich. It's only some that have been at the losing end, the common man on the streets, those who are still at the borders, just that there's more payment of money. You pay more now, You understand? So you pay more. There is more going on with regards to the border closure, that went on. Some people benefited from it immensely. Some people made their living from it. Some people became really rich, why people are suffering. The suffering of the people made them rich. You wonder why these B-boy things still continue in Nigeria. It's because some people are benefiting from it. It's the common man that is shouting. They send their own children abroad so they are safe. And therefore, the common man on the streets can go, can suffer all they care because they don't care about Nigerians. They don't really care. All they care about is themselves. And to be very candid, unless we realize this, that these people that call themselves leaders, some of them, encourage the government to take some decisions so as to benefit them, not because they care about Nigerians. To be very candid, if you go and investigate, there were some persons who were still allowed to import despite all. Someone like Dangote is not a secret, is a known secret. So you want to call it a secret? Is a known phenomenon that he was exporting and importing despite the border closure. So Benin Republic are really rejoicing, and the reason Buhari gave for this was to control the imports of small arms and ammunition and smuggling of other things into the country. So what's your reason now for opening it if that was the reason of closing? Do you get what I mean? Until we really address some basic fundamental issues, we cannot really ascertain, most assuredly get a relief of some things, because the truth of the matter is, for instance, a country like Canada and America has border. But guess what? Those borders are really greatly secured. If you are to pass through, you will show your passport. So what do we have in Nigeria to attest to that we have put things in place? Who are those minding the borders, and what are they doing? I mean, these are questions we should ask ourselves. Let's not deceive ourselves and tell ourselves that everything is fine when we know clearly, truly, really that nothing is fine. We say we are closing borders, and the common man really got a toll of it. My people, 1,000 naira not reach eat better food. 1,000 naira. How? Do you get what I mean? Because the borders were closed. How much rice you won't buy? Do you see what happened? A lot of people really went through hell, and now they are closing the border, and now they have opened the borders. So was it price regulation because they said they wanted to control the influx of small arms and the rest? Has it stopped? Has it been curbed? Has something been done that can actually make sure that this does not occur again? Or how can we verify that the purpose for which this was initially activated has been cleared? Therefore, they should go back to the border opening. We need to ask ourselves serious questions and be very candid with ourselves. Where are we headed as a country? Because as it's clear, we don't have any leadership. We just have people who are carrying out a conspiracy theory to make sure that they cover the track of what they don't want to tell Nigerians. Guys, leave us a comment. God bless you. Bye for now.